is time on business equity and opportunities to talk accessing capital. IndyHub is an organization that aims to engage, empower, and embrace 20 to 30-somethings of all backgrounds and lifestyles who live and work in our area. To that end, IndyHub is hosting a Shape Your Future Summit. It's Tuesday, November 14th, all day at 16 Tech. We talked to Al Carroll, president of the IndyHub Board of Directors.
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities. Access to Capital.
Yeah, my name is Al Carroll. I am the president and CEO of IndyHub. IndyHub is a nonprofit organization. Our mission is to grow, engage, and empower a community of 20 and 30-somethings who are connected to Indianapolis and invested in its future. And we do that by delivering experiences that create advocates for Indianapolis. The Shape Your Future Summit is an opportunity for young people to deliver their perspectives on what they want the future of Indiana and Indianapolis to look like. This is an effort that's been going on in our world for a couple of years, and we're really proud to collaborate with our friends at CICP for this effort that's really extended to a statewide initiative, even broader than where we typically focus. We did a survey at the beginning of this effort to really hear directly from the folks that are in our network about the things that they care most about. And for us, what we're hearing them say is where places where Indianapolis specifically could use more investment or in areas around infrastructure, in areas around transportation, in areas around just the general changing landscape of Indianapolis. I think that folks can see that there's investment being made. I think young people want a bigger say in what that future is going to look like, knowing that we're going to be here for the long term. You have to be communicating with the people that you want to stick around. And when we talk about the future in Indianapolis, we think about it like 20, 30 years from now, right? And for us, for a lot of the folks that are in our community, we intend to be here to see out some of those things, right? And I think that engagement in that conversation, when we know that we're gonna be here for a while, I think that's what we're hoping for in this effort. But truly, I think that's what it's gonna take for Indiana to keep and retain that talent. It's not only asking the question, but actually listening back to what folks are telling you. And I think that as I've seen us be able to ask those questions, folks aren't short on sharing their perspectives. I'm not sure Indiana is always listening to what young people are saying that they want out of the place that they want to call home. But I think that my intention is to make sure that young people know that they don't have to put up with that for long. We want to illuminate the pathways to leadership for these young people so that they can be the change that they want to see in our communities. As someone that's come out of university recruiting, I also know that there's a vast international community that exists on these university campuses. We have people that are coming in from all over the world to go to these places, to innovate here, to learn here, and I don't know that we're doing enough to embrace those young people either. But I think that from a global economy standpoint, I think the opportunity that exists in Indiana is clear to me, but I do think that the focus for me, truly my focus is much more local than the global impact I think that you're asking for, right? I think that for me, what I wanted to do is, or what I want to acknowledge is our ability to embrace the people who are here. Diversity is a fact. What I think is that inclusion is a choice, and it's a choice that we continue to make every day in IndyHub. But when I think about the global community in Indianapolis, I think about the people that are here, and all of the diverse backgrounds that make up the diverse cultural backgrounds that make up our community. When I think about that, there are young people who want to make an impact in each one of those cultures. And for us, it's about how do we connect with them to help them to see the same resources that we were talking about earlier, right? This is a place with vast resources. But I don't know that we always embrace our international communities to say what the entrepreneurs in these environments could do, for the young people in these environments that have these ideas about how to make this a better place. I think we need to do more in our efforts to engage them. I think hopefully they'll find that they have intrinsic power in this dynamic. Folks under the age of 40 make up about a third of the population in Indianapolis, right? We think about folks between the ages of 18 and 40. If we are voting in a real way, or we're out in real numbers, I think that we can make an impact on not only local elections, but statewide elections as well. My hope is that folks will see that that they don't have to be a passenger in the development of their community, right? That we are in the driver's seat, and that we want to illuminate the pathways for you to actually make impact. It's not about just complaining. It's not about, raising your voice is part of it, but when you can raise your voice and actually connect to the people who can make an impact, that's what we're hoping that people learn in this conference. That who are the people that can make the things happen in your area? What are the pathways for you to get involved with those people. And then through that, like what's the vision that you want to see out of the community that you want to live in the next 15, 10, 20 years? And know that people want to hear from you on that. So I think that if you are engaged in the community and you want to be a part of that conversation, I think wherever you are in the state, whether it's in Indianapolis, if you're in South Bend, please come down, check us out. But I think that that's the conversation that we're going to have throughout that day. It is completely and totally free, of charge. And we're so grateful to our partners over at CICP and Ice Miller that have committed to making that happen for individuals. It's going to be a great day. I am a father of 2 young children, and for me, when I think about the work that I do, I know that there's some things that I want to be true of the place that I'm raising my children that aren't true yet. And I think that it is, I have, in my career, I've been able to take the agency to say, like, I know that I can do something about it. And I think that that's what gets me fired up every day. We're not quite where I would want to be yet. What I expect out of Indiana is a lot. But I also know that everything that I've accomplished in my adult life, I've accomplished in Indiana. Whether it's graduating from college, whether it's raising those children, whether it's getting those jobs. And I believe in the opportunity that exists here. I'm not from here originally, I'm from Florida. And I've come and lived here for about 15 years now. And my life has gotten better every year since, right? And that's the message that I think I want to communicate to folks more than anything. And it's why I'm so passionate about this place that we live. I don't think that people that are from here always see the same benefit that folks that are coming in from the outside that have taken advantage of some of these things. I want folks to see it that way as well.